Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Ringside Interview. I am your host, Amon Wolf. There are no good wolves in this chaotic harmony. Thank you for joining us again for a Ringside Interview. Today's episode, we will be interviewing the Mad Technician, the EPW Hardcore Champion, Max Mercer. What is up, Max Mercer, the Mad Technician? How we doing?
Doing great, doing great. Wish it was a little cooler. It was a pretty hot day today.
It's so crazy to have you back on the Chaos and Harmony podcast. I've had you before you even got into the ring, like you were training at that moment. Then we got another interview with you like later on into like your journey after debuting. Now sitting in front of me, you're holding the Empire Pro Wrestling Hardcore Championship. How you feeling about this title reign, my friend?
Uh, man, it's been a roller coaster. It really has been. I'm, as much as I would have loved to kept it the whole time, unfortunately, with the 24/7 rules that management decides to put upon my belt, there's been some able to take it from me. Uh, Obviously, none of them beat me straight up. So that makes me feel good that I know people have to come from behind or blind shot me. And it's not even start with what my old manager did. That was really hurting right there.
You want to talk
Uh,
about that a little bit?
well, I mean, I was being hopeful. Honestly, I was hoping the original IFC was going to come back. I mean, we seen how it was when we first came out. I had my original partner, Kelly McLeod. They had a nice hat. Only a few of those. Unfortunately, his injury is still yet to recede to where he can come back to the ring. But and then my manager just disappeared on me. Uh, but even with the all hope looking dim, you seen what I did. I still stood behind my banner, and now look where it's got me. You know, I've had a great guy step up that's had my back before. That was even in the ring with me and McLeod. Old prime time, he decided to come help me out at RWE. So he's been a great blessing to have with us. But it don't matter. I've said it before when my partner got hurt the first time. I'm out here. I will lay down the foundation by myself if I have to, and that's what I've been doing.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. So they call you the Mad Technician. Tell me a little bit about what the Mad Technician is for the people out there watching.
Well, let me break it down because a lot of people see the mad technician and they think of automatically some madman type, technical mat wrestler, and that is not the case for the mad technician. So I'll break it down. You know, obviously it comes in three parts. There's the, that means one, only one. The, that's me. Mad is not necessarily the fact of any form of insanity. It's the aspect that you gotta be a little mad because look what I'm doing. I'm stepping into chaos. I'm trying to control the storm.
I
That
like
there
what
is
you
so
did there with the chaos. Sorry.
that's fine. And that's the form of madness is going after something you know that is impossible. What people will say is impossible. You can't control the storm. Well, here I am controlling it. And then I'll break down the last part. And to me, I feel is the strongest part. We've had a lot of great technical wrestlers come up in the world. So the word technician have always been related to more of that style of fighting. For me, it is not. I am going for the definition of technician, one who masters its craft. And that's what I'm doing. My craft is fighting. This may be my first run in the wrestling business, this is not my first run in combat sports. And for me, I have to be fluent. I can't be a brawler. I can't be just a high flyer. I'm definitely not a big guy. We see that. Uh, so I got to be fluent. I got to be able to face any challenger in any way. So that means my style has to constantly change.
Yes, it does. Yeah, I get that.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. What a lot of people ain't seen a whole lot has been the more technical side I can do. I got some little technical work in me. I can put you in holds and submissions just like the best of them.
What would you
Just not
say? What what would what would you say separates you from anyone else out there in the wrestling industry right here in the region?
oh man, that's kind of tough because what a lot of people don't really know is how many promotions and other wrestlers there really is in Oklahoma. I didn't even notice it myself till I got into this business. So it's kind of hard to really say one thing or the other because you'll have people that want to be the people's champion, that wants to fight for the fans. And I do that because they give me strength. But at the same time, that's not what makes me different from a lot of the other guys. What makes me different from a lot of the other guys is I have certain standards, things that I will not do, lines I will not cross, even if it benefits me. I am a very loyal person to a default, which is not always a good thing, but I can't help it. I do not believe in the betrayal of a partner. That just does not work for me. Uh, and on top of that, maybe it's the honesty I had within myself. I will never try to make any other wrestler or any other fan out there think that I'm some big top dollar star that should be on a bigger playing field because I know who I am. And to me, this isn't about just showing up and showing out. It's about dominating. It's about coming in. It's a fight. This is how I live. This is what I do to survive. So why I could be given a 10, 15, 20-minute time limit, but why do I want to go that route? I want to get in, finish them, and leave as fast as I can.
I like that. That's some knowledge from the technician, man. Wow. Uh, brilliant mind right there. When the music hits, what goes through your opponent's head? Like, what are you trying to tell your opponent when you're like about to step into the ring with them?
Well, as my music says, literally in the words, it tells it. And it's not just my opponent I want to get a message across before I cross that curtain. It's to the fans. There's two lyrics in my music. The first one is literally it says he fights for the fans. Because I do. Without them, there's no reason other than me trying to beat another guy to show up that shows up. I love that they're out there. I do draw strength. There's been times that I feel like I might not have this match, and then they rally behind me, and I'd be able to dig deep and find it. And for my opponent would come the second part of the lyric that literally says, he fights for control. I want them to understand that I'm not stepping in the ring with them. I've already been there before they showed up. They're stepping into my world, and in
Mm.
my world, I control what goes on.
The technician working at the gear kind of feeling that I get in my head when you talk about that. Um,
Hey,
I like that.
I got a blueprint for every person that ever comes across my desk saying they want a match.
Who do you feel like is who do you feel is avoiding you in the scene? Who do you think shouldn't step up to you?
Who do I think's avoiding me?
Yeah, like who do you feel like maybe like behind the curtain, like talking mess, but you're like they won't
Well,
step up to you.
I won't step up to. I encourage everyone to step up to me. And some people are chasing different dreams, not realizing that the belt I have literally makes me the hardest working champion at EPW. I do not get days off. I don't have to defend this belt only once a month, but 365 days a year. So, on who's avoiding me, in my opinion, is two people.
Ooh,
Two.
please name them.
First one, I'm gonna get out of the way because a lot of people don't know this. Me and Marquez Warren. We had, besides, like I said, not standing with Betrayal, besides the fact that he turned his back on his partner for whatever
Flip
reason,
flop.
justified.
Sorry, that's why I
Yeah,
call him that.
but I've been wanting my rematch. Yes, I said rematch. We traveled out before I was even a champion. We traveled out to Tulsa at Wrestling Against Hunger. And matter of fact, I had my very first singles match.
Yep.
He beat me. Yes, I'll admit it. He beat me. He got lucky. That's all it was. Simple as that. He knows I want my rematch. I feel it's only fair. So that way, not only I can prove to myself that it was just a fluke, but also to give him the opportunity to prove to everybody else that it wasn't. And he's yet to accept anything. Uh, the second is because I want to solidify myself
Ooh.
as the new age hardcore division champion. So to do so, I'd have to take on
Nuh-uh.
some of the old school guys that did hardcore back in the day. And unfortunately, I can't go against Kareem Sadat. He was the Oklahoma is let me correct
Okay.
that is the Oklahoma hardcore legend. So who else better to go against other than Kevin James Sanchez?
Is that guy even licensed?
As far as I know, he is.
Oh wow. Well,
Yeah, I feel like he would be the only other person. I mean, now don't get me wrong. Uh, rest his soul. I did get to face Duncan multiple times, and he is also one of them guys. But I need more than just one. I need multiple. Kevin Sanchez would be a big one. We've already seen that I took out his, I don't know, I guess his son, Caesar Sanchez, you know, or I don't know, TH Spain, whatever he's called himself by. Still respect the man. But it's still not the right one. I want Kevin. He was right there with him. So how can I solidify myself and show everybody that hardcore is making a comeback as a division and not a once a year specialty show without having to beat some of these guys that were great before my time?
what is next for the mad technician Max Mercer?
There's many paths I find myself I could take at this moment. Um, the real question is what path am I ready to take? Right now, I got to focus on keeping my championship. I have to get this match somehow with Kevin. so I can show everybody that this division is not dead at EPW. Uh, After that, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, I want gold, but that's not the motivating force for me. I can go chase any gold at any promotion if I put my mind to it and I put in the work. It's just like anybody else. If you want something, you want your dreams to come true, you have to chase them. You have to put in the work. And if the plan doesn't work, don't change the goal, change the plan. So the thing to me is, what belts would I want to chase? Who's out there do I think might have a belt that I feel, to me, not upholding the honor of it? Being a champion makes you a different level than just any other guy on the card. To me, there's a certain expectation that needs to be shown, regardless if you want to be a good guy or a bad guy. You still have an expectation. And if I don't think you're living up to that expectation, I'm going to come after that gold. I'm going to give the fans somebody that will.
Do you have someone in mind that you're looking at with the championship right now?
Well, right now,
Or
the
is it
one,
just you in the mirror?
in the end of the day, it's always going to be me in the mirror. My biggest opponent is always going to be myself. I want to be better than I was the day before. Ah, I
But
would love to
but
be.
yeah, who is that person? Just tell me someone that you would like to face, a champion.
I, the end of the day, there's obviously the big gold title that I want, and Remy Devereaux's holding that.
Oh,
Yeah. So, but it's okay. It's okay. 'Cause like I said, not all paths I'm ready to take yet. Um, he's doing great. He's holding that belt to the expectations I feel that it comes with it. So he's still kind of safe right now.
kind
For
of
now,
safe.
kind of safe.
There are no good wolves here. No good wolves here.
I'm just saying. I say that
Play it
now for
safe.
a reason.
You heard that, Remy. Clock that.
Yeah, it's going to time. Time will come for him, and there'll be a time that I decide to go after his belt. But the
Ooh.
reason I say that right now is because at EPW, there's one guy I feel is not, and that is uh, just Jay Hazard,
G Hazard.
right? And he still has his championship, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What does he do every match? He cheats. He cheats. I mean, yeah, he boos the fans. He don't care about the fans. That's fine. That's not a level of expectation I expect because again, you can be the good guy or you can be the bad guy. But the bad guy can still have honor. And for him to have to cheat to win, cheat to get the belt, cheat to keep the belt, that's not honor. So to
Wow.
me, that's kind of my next foresight goal, target, as we might say.
Ooh. Y'all heard it here.
But
From
first,
Mo.
I have a responsibility to my own championship that I must take care of. But he is definitely on my list.
So for my final question, then I'll get out of your hair like a wolf does down the lane. Um, the camera is yours. Every wrestler is watching, every promoter is watching, every champion is watching. What is your message? Let me put you in the full screen.
Well, This to everybody out there. Just like I said before, you want your dreams to come true. You have to put in the work. Do not let anybody tell you you can't do it. You're not good enough. Because trust me, I've heard the similar things being told to me. If the plan doesn't work, don't ever change your goal. Change your plan. Change the way you approach it. To every wrestler out there, you see, I hold the strap. I hold a title. And I encourage all and any who wants a chance or thinks they deserve a chance to step up. I am gladly willing to give you an opportunity. For everyone else that already holds a championship, like I said, as a champion to champion, there's a certain standard that we have to hold ourselves to. And if I feel like you are not doing that, I will do everything in my power to try and come and take that belt off of you. Because the fans deserve only the best. And the biggest thing of all, your worst opponent you'll ever face will always be yourself. Do not allow yourself to get stuck in something that is comfortable, something that isn't familiar. Because stepping out of our comfort zones and doing things, even if we're scared or afraid to do it, what is what makes us grow. So always be honorable, chase your dreams, and never give up on yourself.
Wow. Words from the hardcore EPW hardcore champion, Max Mercer, the
Four
Mad
times.
Technician. 4 times, he said. 4 is a number that I like to hear. But, Max Mercer, thank you for joining us. I'm the wolf behind the lens. Remember, there is no good wolf here in this chaotic harmony. We'll see you next time on the Ringside Interview. Thank you, Max Mercer.
Thank you for having me, man.
The wolf, he reminds me